Hi everyone, back for chapter 9. Thanks for joining me. So chapter 9 is called Daily Work. And she says, I enjoy practicing my new mental skills. If children gave up when they fell for the first time, they would never learn to walk. Like any new thing you are learning, it takes practice to make it part of your life. First, there is a lot of concentration, and some of us choose to make this hard work. I don't like to think of it as hard work, but rather as something new to learn. The process of learning is always the same, no matter what the subject. Whether you're learning to drive a car, or type, or play tennis, or think in a positive manner. First, we fumble and we bumble as our subconscious mind learns by trial, and yet every time we come back to our practicing, it gets easier, and we do it a little bit better. Of course, you won't be perfect on that first day. You will be learning and doing whatever you can do, right? That's good enough for a start. Say to yourself often, I'm doing the best I can. I well remember my first lecture. When I came down from the podium, I immediately said to myself, Louise, you were wonderful. You were absolutely fantastic for the first time. When you have done 5 or 6 of those, or these, you will be a pro. A couple of hours later, I said to myself, I think we could change a few things. Let's adjust this. Let's adjust that. I refuse to criticize myself in any way. If I had come off the podium and began berating myself with, oh, you were so awful, or you made this mistake, you made that mistake, then I would have dreaded my second lecture. As it was, the second lecture was better than the first, and by the 6th one, I was feeling like a pro. Just before I began writing this book, I brought myself a word processor or computer. You can tell how old this is. I called her my magic lady. It was something new I chose to learn. I discovered that learning the computer was very much like learning the spiritual laws. When I learned the computer laws, then she did indeed perform magic for me. When I did not follow her laws to the letter, then either nothing would happen or it would not work the way I had wanted it to. She would not give an inch. I could get as frustrated as I wanted while she patiently waited for me to learn her laws and then give me her magic. It took practice. It's the same with the work you're learning to do right now. You must learn the spiritual laws and follow them to the letter. You cannot bend them to your old way of thinking. You must learn and follow the new language. And when you do, magic. Magic will be demonstrated in your life. The more you can reinforce your new learning, the better. She suggests expressing gratitude, writing affirmations, sitting in meditation, enjoying exercise, practicing good nutrition, doing affirmations out loud, singing affirmations, taking time for relaxation exercises, using visualization, mental imagery, reading and studying. So Louise goes on to say, my own daily work goes something like this. My first thoughts on awakening before I open my eyes are to be thankful for everything I can think of. After a shower, I take half an hour or so to meditate and do my affirmations and prayers. And then after 15 minutes of exercise, I usually go on the trampoline. I will sometimes work out with a 6 a.m. aerobic program on the television. Now I'm ready for breakfast, consisting of fruit and fruit juices and herbal tea. I thank Mother Earth for providing this food for me, and I thank the food for giving its life to nourish me. Before lunch, I go to a mirror and I do some affirmations out loud. I may even sing them, something like, Louise, you are so wonderful and I love you. This is one of the best days of your life. Everything is working out for your highest good. Whatever you need to know is revealed to you. Whatever you need comes to you. All is well. Lunch is often a large salad. Again, the food is blessed and thanked. And in late afternoon, I spend a few minutes on my slant board, allowing my body to experience some deep relaxation. I may listen to a tape at this time. Dinner will be steamed vegetables and a grain, and sometimes I'll eat fish or chicken. My body works best on simple food. I like to share dinner with others, and we bless each other in addition to the food. And sometimes in the evening, I take a few minutes to read and study. There is always more to learn. At this time, I may also write out my current affirmation 10 or 20 times. As I go to bed, I collect my thoughts. I go over the events of the day and I bless each activity. I affirm that I will sleep deeply and soundly, awakening in the morning bright and refreshed and looking forward to the new day. Sounds overwhelming, doesn't it? To begin with, it sounds like a lot to cope with. But after a short period of time, your new way of thinking will become as much a part of your life as bathing or brushing your teeth. You will do it automatically and easily. It would be wonderful for a family in the morning to do some sort of exercise like this. Meditating together in the morning to start the day or just before dinner brings peace and harmony to all of you. If you think you don't have the time, you might get up half an hour earlier. The benefits are well worth the effort. So how do you begin your day? What is the first thing you say to you yourself when you wake up in the morning? We all have something we say almost every day. Is it a positive or a negative? I can remember when I used to awaken in the morning and say, ugh, with a groan, oh God, another day. And that is exactly the sort of day I would have. One thing after another going wrong. Now, when I awaken and before I even open my eyes, I thank the bed for a good night's sleep. After all, we have spent the whole night together in comfort. And then with my eyes still closed, I spend about 10 minutes just being thankful for all the good in my life. I program my day a little bit, affirming that everything will go well and that I will enjoy it all. This is before I get up and do my morning meditation or prayers. Meditation. Give yourself a few minutes each day to sit in quiet meditation. If you are new at it, begin with 5. Sit quietly, observe your breath, and allow the thoughts to pass gently through your mind. Give them no importance, and they will pass on. It is the nature of our mind to think, so don't try to get rid of the thoughts. There are so many classes and books you can explore to find ways to meditate. No matter how or where you begin, you will eventually create the method best for you. I usually just sit quietly and ask, what is it that I need to know? I allow the answers to come if it wants to, and if not, I know it will come later. There's just no right or wrong way to meditate. Another form of meditation is to sit quietly and observe the breath as it goes in and it comes out. As you inhale, count 1, and as you exhale, count 2. Continue counting until you get to 10, and then begin again at 1. If you notice your counting takes you to 25 or so, just go back to 1. There was one client who seemed to be so bright and intelligent. Her mind was unusually clever and quick, and she had a great sense of humor. Yet she could not get her act together. She was overweight, broke, frustrated with her career, and without romance for many years. She could accept all the metaphysical concepts quickly, and they made a lot of sense to her. Yet she was too clever and too quick, and she found it difficult to slow herself down enough to practice over a meaningful period of time. And so then the ideas that she wanted to grasp so quickly just dissipated. Daily meditation helped her enormously. We began with only 5 minutes a day and very gradually worked up to 15 or 20. So an exercise called daily affirmations here. Take 1 or 2 affirmations and write them down 10 or 20 times a day. I read them aloud with enthusiasm. Make a song out of your affirmations. Sing them with joy. Let your mind go over these affirmations all day long. Affirmations that are used consistently become beliefs and will always produce results, sometimes in ways that we cannot even imagine. One of my beliefs is that I always have good relationships with my landlord. My last landlord in New York City was a man known to be extremely difficult, and all the tenants complained. In the 5 years I lived there, I saw him only 3 times. And when I decided to move to California, I wanted to sell all my possessions and start fresh. And I started to do affirmations such as, all my possessions are sold easily and quickly. The move is very simple to do. Everything is working in divine order. All is well. I did not even think about how difficult it might be to sell things or where I could sleep the last few nights or any other negative ideas. I just kept doing my affirmations. Well, my clients and students quickly bought up all my stuff, all my books, and I informed my landlord in a letter that I would not be renewing my lease, and to my surprise, I received a phone call from him expressing his dismay at my leaving. He offered a letter of recommendation to my new landlord in California and asked if he could please buy the furniture. He had decided to rent the apartment furnished. My higher consciousness had put the 2 beliefs together in a way that I could not have conceived of. I always had good relationships with my landlords, and everything will sell easily and quickly. To the other tenants' amazement, I was able to sleep in my own bed in a comfortable furnished apartment until the last moment and be paid for it. I walked out with a few clothes, my juicer, my blender, my hairdryer, my typewriter, and a large check, and I leisurely took the train to LA. So upon arriving in California, it was necessary for me to buy a car. Not having owned a car before or having made a major purchase before, I did not have established credit, and the banks would not give me credit. Being a woman and self-employed did not really help my case at all. I did not want to spend my savings to buy a new car, and establishing credit became a bit of a catch-22. I refused to have any negative thoughts about the situation or the banks. I rented a car and I kept affirming, I have a beautiful new car and it comes to me easily. I also told everybody I met that I wanted to buy a car and had not been able to establish credit so far. In about 3 months' time, I met a businesswoman who instantly liked me, and when I told her my story about the car, she said, we'll take care of that. She called her friend at the bank who owed her a favor and told her I was an old friend and gave me the highest reference. Within 3 days, I drove off the car dealer's lot with a beautiful new car. I was not excited so much as I was in awe of the process. I believe the reason it took me 3 months to manifest the car was that I had never really committed myself to monthly payments before, and the little kid in me was scared and needed some time to get up the courage to make that step. Another exercise offering here, and it's called I Love Myself. I assume you are already saying I approve of myself almost non-stop. This is a powerful foundation. Keep it up for at least a month. Now take a piece of paper and write at the top, I love myself, therefore. I love myself, therefore, and then ... Finish this sentence as many ways as you can. Read it over and over on a daily basis and add to it as you think of new things. If you can work with a partner, do so. Hold hands and alternate saying, I love myself, therefore. And the biggest benefit of doing this exercise is that you will learn it. It is almost impossible to belittle yourself when you say you love yourself. I love myself, therefore. The next step is to claim the new. So visualize or imagine yourself having or doing or being what you are working towards. Fill in all the details. Feel it. Bring in all your senses. Feel it. See it. Touch it. Hear it. And taste it. Notice other people's reactions to your new state. Make it all okay with you no matter what their reaction is. The next exercise she offers is to expand your knowledge. And read everything you can to expand your awareness and understanding of how the mind works. There is so much knowledge out there for you. This book is only one step. Get other people's point of views. Hear what other people say in a different way. Study with a group for a while. Then maybe go on and be on your own. This is life work, right? The more you learn, the more you know. And the more you practice and apply, and the better you get at it, the better you feel, and the more wonderful your life becomes. Doing this work makes you feel good. By practicing as many of these methods as you can, you will begin to demonstrate results, and you will start to see them in your life. You will see the little miracles occur. The things that you are ready to eliminate will just go on their own accord. The things and events you want to pop in, it will seemingly come in out of the blue. You will get bonuses you never imagined. I was so surprised and delighted when, after a few months of doing mental work, I began to look younger. Today, I look 10 years younger than I did 10 years ago. Love who and what you are and what you do. Laugh at yourself and at life. Nothing can touch you. It's all temporary anyways. Next lifetime, you will do things differently. So why not do it differently right now? You could read one of Norman Cousins' books. He cured himself of a fatal dis-ease with laughter. Unfortunately, he didn't change the mental patterns that created the dis-ease, and so just created another one. However, he also laughed himself to health on that one too. There are so many ways you can approach your healing. Try them all, and then use the ones that appeal to you the most. When you go to bed at night, close your eyes and again be thankful for all the good things in your life. It will bring more good in. Please do not listen to the news or watch it on TV at the very end of your day. The news is only a lot of disasters, and you don't want to take those into your dream state. Much clearing work is done in the dream state, and you can ask for your dreams for help with anything you are working on. You will also find an answer by morning. Go to sleep peacefully. Trust the process of life to be on your side, and take care of everything for your highest good and your greatest joy. There is no need to make drudgery out of what you are doing. It can be fun. It can be a game. It can be a joy, but it's up to you. Even practicing forgiveness and releasing resentment can be fun, if you want to make it so. Make up a little song about the person or situation that is so hard to release. When you sing a ditty, or it lights up the whole procedure. When I work with clients privately, I bring them laughter so that it can be part of the process. The quicker we can laugh about the whole thing, the easier it is to let go. If you saw your problems on the stage in a play by Neil Simon, you would laugh yourself right out of your chair. Tragedy and comedy are the same thing. It just depends on your viewpoint. Oh, what fools we mortals are. Do whatever you can to make your transformational change a joy and a pleasure, and have fun. So I'll wrap with a prayer. In the infinity of life where I am, all is perfect, whole, and complete. I support myself, and life supports me. I see evidence of the law working all around me and in every area of my life. I reinforce that which I learn in joyous ways. My day begins with gratitude and joy. I look forward with enthusiasm to the adventures of the day, knowing that in my life, all is good. I love who I am and all that I do. I am living, loving, joyous expression of life. All is well in my world. So that was chapter 9. And we are going to move into part 3 of this book called Putting These Ideas to Work. And she's going to start into relationships in chapter 10. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you can take some of those exercises and put them into play. How we start our day, the way we talk to ourselves, the gratitude that we feel can really impact our outlook in life and the miracles that can come in. So I hope you can start to practice that and remember what she said, that it takes practice. It's life's work. It's a journey. And so we get to try and try again and keep working on it. Have a great day.